It's Memorial Day weekend, and we're not stopping here. We got our podcast to hit for tomorrow for the new episode. I'm out on my balcony, and if I get a little nervous, it's because people are outside, and I still get that feeling here and there, but we're still gonna keep pushing through. So, there's a bee by me too. Not a fan of the bees. I thought that they sprayed yesterday. I guess there's still one. But I wanted to chat about just that thought that you get whenever you start something new and you just don't know how to do it. And I feel like a lot of times that those self-limiting beliefs we have of I don't know how to do this, or I can't do this, or it's not gonna work, or blah, blah, blah. These thoughts that we're telling ourselves, they matter so freaking much. And I just, had such a good call the other day. I was on this Zoom, and it was with this, woman who has become $1 million earner. Her husband, he does, trading and things like that, so he makes bank. She had just even in the group chat was showing her hopping off a private jet, and it was just so cool to hear her mindset, because she helped me with a few things that I feel has been holding me back. And one of the things she was saying is we are not saying I don't know how anymore, we are saying I know how. And I'm like, oh wait, because when you think about it, and this is in the Bible too, the power of your tongue is either life or death. And I'm paraphrasing, but basically what you speak, you'll speak into existence, and what you think, then you're going to have happen in your life, because all of our thoughts are creating our reality, whether you recognize that or not. A really good book that taught me this was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I'll keep until I'm blue in the face saying this book, because it truly did transform my mindset. I read it back in COVID, and I'm so grateful I did, because I think my life would have been completely different if I had not read that book. And so I want to share a situation right now in my life that I feel I don't know how I'm gonna achieve the level of success I want, but I'm just gonna do, right? Because when you get stuck in your thoughts, or you almost allow yourself to tell yourself you can't do things, then obviously you're not going to do it. So it was so funny. So the other day, literally yesterday, right, I went to a coffee shop, and I needed to get my eyebrows waxed. So I went into this waxing salon. I go in, I'm sitting down, I'm kind of admiring the place. I see that there's jewelry. I asked her if she did belly buttons, and she didn't. She was talking about how she did permanent jewelry. And it was funny because I'd been recommended from my friend to go check out this place, because she goes and she gets her Brazilians done there, which I was also interested in figuring out a little bit more on what a Brazilian wax was, and whatever. So I chatted with the business owner, and I was laying down. She was waxing my eyebrows, and we were just chatting about how I'd heard of her, what I was doing, because I had said I was going over to a coffee shop and working my business. She asked me what business. I told her about my online beauty business. She was telling me that she's heard about it before. She actually has a client who has the same business, because in network marketing you can have multiple people have their own individual business, but it's with the same company, if that makes sense. You're partnered and you have the same products. So I was chatting with her about that, which my company that I'm partnered with, we have hair care, skincare, wellness. We were chatting about that, how she's gotten samples before, what have you. And then we got talking, and somehow it got related to marketing. And then I was telling her about how I have a bachelor's in digital marketing from a tech school in the area. It's a really nice university. And then I was telling her how I do sales right now for a multimedia company. And on top of that, how I myself have my online beauty business that I run for myself, do my own content creation, what have you. And she had told me that she actually needs help with her social media. And I was like, oh, really? Just asking her what her experience has been with it. She's like, I just don't have enough time, because I'm obviously doing the business. And I learned this from someone else on TikTok. Her name's Shelby Sapp. I love this girl. I've learned a lot of sales like skills from her and like different like ways to pitch to a business owner. So obviously, like, you can't pitch to a business owner saving them money. That's not what they're going to care about. What they care about is saving their time. So I was like, I'm sure like you as a business owner, like, you know, you don't have time to do your socials yourself, and like you're always like working on your clients. And she's like, yeah, like I am. And I was like, oh, I totally get that. And I had let her know how I've done some behind the scenes work before for a wedding photographer. And I was like, also, like, I don't know if you'd be interested, but like I could give you a free 30-day trial and like test it out and see if I could help you out. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I have done behind the scenes work before, and just the same way with that wedding photographer, I just pitched myself. And I had these thoughts. I'm like, well, how am I going to do that? And then I'm like, wait, like, I literally do content creation for myself. I know how to. I know how to post on social media. I have the degree. I've done the courses. It's just like, I don't know how I would run the business for her, you know, like how I would run her marketing. But then I'm like, no, like I do. Like, you could easily go to Planoly. You could like plan things out. You could go to ChatGPT, look up different captions, and like, you know, maybe you don't know a lot about waxing, but you sure as hell can go to the internet and learn, because I know how to look for resources I need to be successful. And I was like, oh my God, that's such like a mindset shift. Like, because I feel like when you hit this wall, when you don't know how to do something, it either makes or breaks you, and it's what stops you from doing something, and like where you give up and then you quit, or like you keep pushing through. And it gets so frustrating sometimes when like you just don't know how to do something. Like for me, I get like, and I don't know if it's my ADHD, but I get like this female rage inside of me that just like makes me so upset that I'm not understanding how to do something. But I was proud of myself because I just did. I was just in the present moment. And I honestly have the Zoom call I was on with Sophia Crello to thank for that, because like the best things happen when you're just in the moment. And when I was just in the moment, getting my eyebrows waxed, like chatting with her about like, you know, obviously like I had that confidence in myself and what I offer, what I do. And, you know I have that skill set to help someone. And I know how to do social media marketing. I do it every day for myself, for my own business. I've seen success, and like all social media marketing is you're just promoting yourself online, and then you're driving sales through your e-commerce site. So I'm like, I already know how to do that. And I already know how to schedule things out. I know how to put different things together. I could easily go in and like create content for her every week. She lives like right up the road, like her business, I live right up the road from where her business is. So I'm like thinking of these things. And then like last night I spent time researching like social media management. And I have started and stopped owning a social media agency forever. I literally, in college, I did stuff for my grandma's quilt shop. So, like, I created, like, a whole Shopify. I did a Facebook, everything. And then, like, I was doing Facebook ads. And my grandma just didn't want to pay for the Facebook ads anymore. And honestly, like, a lot of our family members were sticking their nose in where it didn't belong. And, like, my grandma just felt embarrassed. And she didn't like everyone knowing, like, what she was trying to do. And everyone in our family just tells her to relax and, like, whatever. But, like, I don't know. I could go into that on its own. And we like weren't seeing as many sales, but we did donate because people did see the Facebook ads I put out. But like I had to work on my product photography. Like I hadn't, done like, I don't think reels were a thing back when I started hers. I was like actually like recording videos of her sewing. I still have it. The Quilt Shop of Webster. You guys could like go look it up on Instagram. But, like, that was, like, my first, like, project was my grandma. And then, like, I did stuff for myself, obviously, and, like, that was, like, a learning experience. And then I did stuff for a wedding photographer. I did behind the scenes. So how I pitched to her was just literally one day we went to a coffee shop and I was chatting with her about, like, how I think I could genuinely help her with her social media marketing, because I saw, like, okay, I see, like, what you can do for the client, but I don't see you in this. Like, why aren't you in these shots? Like, where's the behind the scenes? And then, like, I just thought, like, I could be a second shooter. And now people actually, like, I've seen on TikTok have that, like, being a real thing. And I've seen she's had someone help her out before with that. So, like, cool. At least, like, I was able to present something that helped her. We didn't end up working together anymore because I got pregnant, she got pregnant, she kept the kid, I didn't. And, like, she just didn't want me to feel weird, she had said. It sucks, but whatever. Because I was, like, really looking forward to that. And, like, it was the summer of 2022, so I was actually gonna do, like, paid for work for her. And I didn't do paid for work. We had actually, the one wedding I shot, we just traded services. She helped me create my website, because I was gonna start, like, actually putting myself out there. Because I've always, like, held myself back and almost, like, doubted my abilities and doubted I could do this and doubted, like, you know, well, wait, I can't do this because my, like, name isn't registered as an LLC yet, or, oh, like, I don't have enough portfolio, or, oh, like, I don't have enough experience yet. I literally have so much freaking experience, and I just was listening, because, like, all I did yesterday was study all of these other social media managers online. I took step-by-step details on how to be successful in social media management and running your own agency, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they just start. Like, I heard this one girl, she started, it was actually a really cool story. She started doing social media management when she was in college. She did it for a hair salon. The hair salon, like, people outside, like, other business owners at the hair salon, like, started recognizing what she was doing with, and, like, people would come in and be like, yo, like, who's doing your marketing? Like, it looks really good. And then she got referrals. And all businesses is, like, what I heard from someone this morning in a call I was on, is just conversation. Business is conversation. And I'm like, I, for the longest time, have been like, oh, like, I don't know how to get clients. I don't know how I'll get clients. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this. And, like, I just get stuck in this I don't know how. And I'm like, no, like, literally hearing someone tell me, like, you need to get out of that mindset of I don't know how and realize, like, I know how. Game changer. Because another part of me was like, well, wait, and I did, like, when I set this call up, like, I was talking to the business owner, right, at the waxing business. I want to go back to that. So I let her know, like, yeah, like, I would love to help you out. She also let me know that her husband has an interpreting business. I was like, oh, like, that's awesome. Like, I would love to help him as well. And I was like, let's, like, actually, like, set up a time to meet in person. Also, because, like, I kind of wanted to do some research on my end so I could be as prepared for that meeting as possible. Plus, like, she had another client that was waiting to go there. I didn't think it was the right time to pitch my services. And also, I don't even have, like, packages put together of what I'd offer. I just remember I saw a video about always offer to do, like, if you're first starting out and maybe don't have as much confidence, like, offer to do, like, a 30-day free trial, which I already know I can immediately drive results because I just started the, like, back up the turn business into a lifestyle Instagram. Started with, like, maybe under 100 people viewing. I've got it to now, like, 1.5 thousand. Also on my personal Instagram, I'm close to, like, 44. I was at, like, 48,000 impressions a month. I have 1,000 some followers right now on my Instagram. I'm like, wait, I totally know what I could, like, can do, and I am very capable of running someone else's social media and being successful because I know the steps needed to run a successful Instagram. You have to be consistent, you have to post, you have to have the different captions that are going to have attractive marketing and draw your clients in. And I've also learned that it's not just the posting and praying you do. No, you also have to put stuff on your stories, create a personality for your audience, and then you have to have the conversations in the DM and actually, like, speak to people, because that's how you grow that relationship, and that's where relationship building, and I've learned that from being in the network marketing business I'm in and having my online beauty business, because I have to do that for myself. I have to go and I have to actually engage with people and talk to people that like my reels or like my posts, or maybe someone is new to my page and I, like, reach out and I say hello, or I'm, you know, following new people to grow my following, because the more people you get in front of, all sales is a numbers game. The more people you get in front of, the more people you can help. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I know how to do this. I just, like, have this thing about doing everything, like, legally right, because come tax season, like, you just have to make sure, and I've learned this because I've been an independent contractor, I've had to file for taxes, and, like, I just also want to make sure I'm separating my personal and my business, because, like, that is so important. And, like, rookie mistakes are, like, not having money set aside tax season. Like, okay, learn that one before. And then just so much, like, you know. But that's the thing about being a business owner. It's just like it's a learning experience. It's a learning curve. And you know why sales and, like, just being a business owner is the hardest thing in the world, even harder than a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a freaking finance bro? It's because it is such an emotional mind fuck that, like, you have to, like, be willing to just go with the flow and also learn from your mistakes to move forward. And, like, as someone who has definitely learned from her mistakes, I mean, I got a car way too frickin' soon and put myself into a shit ton of financial setback, but in a way, as, like, everything always is with me, I've put myself in pressure, and I thrive under pressure. So instead of me just, like, thinking so scarcely, or, like, not having an abundant mindset, I'm having an abundant mindset. I'm thinking that, like, how can I increase my income? What can I do with what I already have? Because not having a car limits a lot. Like, I can't just go Uber, DoorDash, Postmates, like, Instacart. I can't go to another job as easily. Also, like, with my online beauty business I'm working, I don't have time to, like, clock into another job, and also, like, working on growing, like, you know. So that's been something I've been really, I guess, grateful for, because it's helping me grow as a person in so many areas. Not only that, but my personal habits. I'm not going out now every Friday or every Saturday. I can't. And instead, I've had to pour into me. I've had to take a bath. I've had to listen to a mindset podcast. I've had to listen to a YouTube or someone else, or read a book, and, like, find ways to, like, invest into myself. And now, like, I spend a lot of my money investing into how I present myself, because I've learned that, like, how you show up plays into how you perform. And I don't know, like, I've broken out of this, like, caring what other people think of me. And another thing I've had to work on is just, like, I've had imposter syndrome so much, like, for the longest time. I want to say from, like, 2018 until, like, kind of still now. I still have imposter syndrome, but, like, no business owner knew what they were doing when they started out. And I have to realize that. And I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it. And, like, you know, if I make a couple of hiccups along the way, like, I'll learn from it. It's, you know. No, taxes freak me out. I will say that. I want to make sure I'm doing everything right, you know? And then also, like, making sure to register a business, because, like, that's the other thing. I'm like, okay, like, I can operate, like, as a sole proprietor right now in, like, a 1099, like, because I've talked to my tax accountant before about this and stuff, but it's, like, there's so much, it really is, that goes into being a business owner. And then another thing, too, my boyfriend was talking to me the other day about, like, one of his friends, like, wife has her own business, and, like, I guess she, like, runs a corporation or whatever, and he's like, oh, yeah, like, she's a boss bitch. And I'm like, do you consider me a boss, babe? He's like, well, you don't run your own, you're not, like, the CEO of it. I'm like, yeah, I am. Yep, I have my own business, yep. And I feel like sometimes, like, people don't believe your business is an actual business if it's not uber successful. But I'm like, I am a boss. I have a business. I have a couple businesses. So it's like, you know, I don't know. I just, like, was thinking about that. And I'm gonna figure it out. I always figure it out. I'm always the type of person of what I want, I get, because I will work my ass off until I get it. I will literally, like, once I have a thought and, like, I want something, I will get it. Like, there's, like, I just have that unbeatable mindset that I won't stop until I get it. I won't give up until I get it. Like, it might take me a couple setbacks. It might have taken a couple of failing here and there. But, like, you only really truly fail if you stop. And it's if you quit. So that's something I'm realizing too. I think that's been like a really good thing. And like I just have to remember, like, Rome wasn't built in a day. So like I have all of these tasks now to complete to have a successful business, and I just have to realize like it's gonna take time, and I have to make bite-sized pizzas for myself to handle. And like today, like just looking at Wix, trying to figure out my website, I'm like, ugh, I had to do this before. I already had someone create a website. Now I'm like, I don't know how. And I'm like, nope. We know how to look for information and resources to figure out how to build a website. And I've used Wix a couple of times. I like Squarespace better, honestly. It's so much more cut and dry. Shopify is nice even to create websites and like your own online stores and stuff. And like, I don't know, like there's just so much. And when I always like research stuff, like the legal and like tax stuff freaks me out for whatever reason. And then I get so afraid to just start because I don't want to mess up. But I'm gonna figure it out. We're gonna go and figure it out together. I'm leaving a huge digital footprint. But, oh, I'm bleeding. No, my new belly button is bleeding. I did not get stuff to clean it. Like I knew I had to get. Oh my god. I got my belly button re-pierced yesterday, guys. It was a good decision. It was. It looks so cute. I know it'll look really good with the bikini, so I'm excited for that again, because I just wasn't really liking how it looked without anything in it, so that's good. But yeah, we're gonna figure it out. We know how to be resourceful. Just gotta give ourselves grace. It's always about just giving yourself grace, learning as you go, and just not giving up. And I have tried so hard over the years to be a photographer, a virtual assistant, a social media manager, running my own business. It's like I already know. Like I know what the higher version of me. The higher version of me, she literally owns the business. It's very successful. It's making 6 to almost now 7 figures. She can go get Louis Vuittons and like wear the red bottom heels because that's like how fucking badass she is. She has a car again, like she doesn't have to worry about that. Like she's completely debt free. She's just a Pilates princess. Like that is the higher version of me, and I know that. So, and literally she just knows that new clients are everywhere. It could be the next conversation at a coffee shop, which literally happened the other day. I literally talked to a business owner, and she told me about how her brother owned like the most long-standing business in this one town, and it's been established since the Great Depression. You really don't know who the next conversation you're having could lead you to. And it's just like, again, having like that belief in yourself, because my grandma always says this, like, you need to believe in yourself before others believe in you. So if you're doubting, people can feel that doubt. People know, like, from your energy. But yeah, I just like, I'm happy. The sun looks so freaking, like the background right now is so cute. Like the clouds, the sun, everything, like I know we want everything done in a day, but we can't always have it when we want. And the first day that you plant the seed is not going to be when you harvest it. And that has been one of the most hardest lessons, because I am so impatient. I am. But I'm working on it. Because that's why people quit, because they're impatient. They quit their businesses because they don't want to wait. We're not gonna quit. We'll figure it out. ChatGPT is helping, so. Alright, I'm going to leave this as if, something resonated with you, if I helped you grow either with your mindset, maybe something else like has been on your mind already, and like you just needed someone else to be like, that person to give you that aha moment, like, please share, because I'm trying to obviously, like, get to an audience of people who need help expanding their mindset or looking to grow. Maybe they're an entrepreneur themselves, or they want to become an entrepreneur, but they don't know how to start, or they're looking to do something and, like, scared shitless and just don't know how to begin because they don't know how to do something. Like, I want you to know that, like, you can, and believe in yourself, and know you can find what you need. And if you ask the universe, even if you don't have it, like, that was, like, another lesson I learned, is, like, even if you don't have the money or the resources, ask the universe. Like, say, like, I have the resources to do XYZ, or just ask, like, can you present them to me? And then, like, listen to that silence, listen to, like, what you hear, if you hear anything, and I'm sure that those resources will be most likely presented to you. So, alright, well, I'm gonna upload this, guys. Hope you all have a good Memorial Day weekend, and we are still getting that episode up tomorrow. So, no, we're not letting those J months, those summer months hold us back. We're still hitting our goals. We're still sticking to every week, Monday, new episodes. So, all right, bye, guys.